All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity. Thanks for spending some of your day with me. Today we're finishing out our list of 10 amazing smelling men's fragrances for under $50. And it wouldn't be an affordable fragrance list if I didn't include this one that I'm gonna mention right now. Coming in at the number 10 spot for this final part 3 of this list. It's from the house of Nautica. You probably already know what it is. Nautica Voyage, a great, fresh, aquatic, a little bit synthetic smelling fragrance for men. Very refreshing, good for the summertime. Good performance here. I believe this 100 milliliter is only $18, so great bang for your buck. You should get your nose on this one. It's worth checking out. They have it widely available at Ross and discounters and pretty much everywhere. It is the number 1 selling men's fragrance on Amazon, so that should tell you a little bit about how popular this is. You won't stand out wearing this one, but you will smell good, you will pull a compliment, and you will smell fresh and clean. So that's always a great choice, great dumb reach. Number 9 is going to be from the house of Versace. And this one I believe is right at $50 for this 1.6 fluid ounce bottle. This is Versace Eros, the king of the club. A beautiful sweet fragrance with a nice mintiness and lemon in the opening and a nice tonka bean sweetness in the base. A little bit of vetiver in there as well to give it a little bit of class. Overall, just a beautiful fragrance. Really is going to capture people's attention. It's very alluring. It's very much a head turner. It's going to be great to capture some attention and to wear something with great performance that's going to have people noticing you, that will overpower some of the other scents that may be in the air, either other people's fragrances or maybe smells of food, depending on where you are. So this one works. This one is great value for your money. This is an all-time classic, one of the best from the house of Versace. You can really go with any iteration. I'm featuring the Eau de Toilette here. However, I think all the flankers are really quite excellent. If you want the most youthful, loudest, most projecting one of the bunch, go with the Eau de Toilette. That's my personal favorite from the house of Versace. Love Eros. Let's go with number 8. Number 8 is going to be more of a fresh fragrance. This has got a gin and tonic sort of vibe to it. It's really great for the office. This is something that I would envision a business professional wearing, someone who wears a suit to work, someone who wants a fresh fragrance for the office and wants to smell like somebody that can close the deal, someone that you can trust, like a salesperson that is trying to sell you something and you need to know, can I trust this person? They'll smell professional if they were wearing this, and maybe you're more likely to trust them because you like the way that they smell. Just spitballing here. You know how this fragrance stuff goes. You can just paint scenarios in your head whether or not they're accurate or not, right? But we like to use our imagination here at the fraternity, so let's go with that. This would be great for someone maybe 25 or older. It does smell a little bit more mature to me. It smells like a great fragrance for a lawyer, maybe an accountant, like a business professional that wants to smell fresh, but also very appealing and very put together, I would say is a good word to describe the way that this one smells. This is Homme by the house of Vince Camuto. Next one we have in this list is going to be one from the house of Banana Republic. This is going to be part of their icon line. This is Cypress Cedar. It's got a beautiful bitter orange note as far as the citrus goes. Obviously has cypress and cedar as the name would suggest. It has vetiver in the base, which gives it a little bit of class. It's a very nice woody mixed with citrus of the orange fragrance for men. Very masculine, very good for a formal situation. Very versatile. Maybe not something that you'd want to wear at the gym, but I think you could maybe even pull it off there because there is some freshness in there. It's not just a straight wood bomb. It's one of my favorite from the icon line. I think these Banana Republic fragrances overall, you get great value for your money when you buy one of these. And if you want to learn more about Cypress Cedar, check out a video I did covering all my favorite Banana Republic fragrances. I talked about this one more in depth. But if you're looking for something that may be an alternative to Terre de Hermes, if you like that sort of fragrance DNA, or you want something that's a little bit more affordable, that's going to give you a lot of the same similarities as Terre de Hermes, check out Cypress Cedar from Banana Republic. That's a more mature fragrance that has really grown on me, and I find myself wanting to wear it more and more, especially in the evening times. This next fragrance is from the house of Abercrombie Fitch, and of the fragrances that I have way too many. I like to wear this one around the house. So this is my go-to for just hanging out around the house, chilling fragrance. This is Abercrombie and Fitch, First Instinct Blue. And as you can see by the juice level, this is my second bottle of this already. I use it a lot. It's one of those dumb reach fragrances for me. It doesn't last a super long time. So if I'm gonna be going out in public and I'm gonna be around other people and I need something that's gonna perform for multiple hours, I would go with something else. But if you want an awesome blue fragrance just for wearing around the house, or maybe if you're just gonna go to the gym or to the grocery store where you know you're gonna only be gone for maybe an hour or two and you don't need something that's super beast mode, but you want an affordable blue fragrance that smells amazing, First Instinct Blue is one of my favorite affordable blue fragrances. It smells similar to me to Ralph's Club, the Eau de Parfum, more so than the Parfum, but it does smell similar to Ralph's Club Eau de Parfum. It smells like a powdery blue fragrance. So instead of going more of a shower gel or more of a citrus forward blue fragrance, the powdery nature behind this is really what makes it stand out in my opinion. And personally, I prefer this one to something like a Dylan Blue, which is going to be even a little bit more expensive than this one. So I think I got this one $20, something like that, for 100 milliliter. And it's one that I find myself enjoying a lot, especially if you like blue fragrances. This one's not going to run you too much money. And it is unique enough to where it wouldn't be redundant to own something like this and own a Dylan Blue or a Coach for Men. It has its own character. So First Instinct Blue, probably my favorite in the First Instinct line, right up there with Together. Those two are my top two from that line. Let's keep it going with something that would be perfect for the summer coming up. This is Davidoff Coolwater Wave. This smells similar to Invictus Aqua, but I would say that this one is even fresher than Invictus Aqua. This may be the freshest fragrance that I have in my entire collection. The freshness here is just like an 11 out of 10. It's out of control. It's off the chain. I really can't believe how fresh this stuff smells. So if you love fresh fragrances, this is going to be right up your alley. I think I paid around $25 for this. I think it's like 125 milliliter. Or no, it's actually, this is a 200 ml bottle that I got for like $25. So your money's going a long way with Coolwater Wave. Very refreshing, very clean smelling. It smells kind of like a dryer sheet type of a freshness. Beautiful stuff. If you like Invictus Aqua, but you want something with the sweetness a little bit reined in, a little bit fresher, this is going to be a great pick for you. I catch myself using this one around the house a lot because I have so much of it, and sometimes you just want something easygoing, fresh, something that is not going to be too divisive on the nose and doesn't have a big sweetness that's going to maybe distract you from doing some work at home. This is a great option to go if you just want to smell fresh and clean. With Coolwater Wave, you get a big bottle for a good price. Next one on this list is going to be from the house of Montblanc. This is Starwalker Extreme. Starwalker Extreme. Now I get similarities to Prada L'Homme Intense from this one. So if you enjoy soapy fragrances for men, you may find yourself really liking this one. The performance on it is not as good as I wish it was. It's again one of those fragrances that's going to last for a couple hours. So if you're going to use this one, I would say dial up the sprays, and you can't really overdo it with the sprays on this one. It's got a powdery nature to it, so it's definitely like an aquatic, fresh, but very powdery fragrance. So if you like Prada L'Homme, if you like Prada L'Homme Intense and you want something a little bit more affordable, because Prada L'Homme Intense is now discontinued, so maybe you don't want to use up all your sprays of that and you want to go something that's quote unquote a clone of that to just use around the house, or just to use to keep your Prada L'Homme Intense to be used more sparingly, check out Starwalker Extreme. I enjoy wearing this one in the evening times. I enjoy wearing this one during the day more so, and at times when I'm just around the house as well. This is another good one because the performance isn't great, but I personally enjoy the way that this one smells. And also for these fragrances that don't perform as well, I suggest spraying them on your clothes because you're going to always get better performance off your clothes versus your skin. So that's just an easy tip for any fragrance that doesn't have great performance. Spray it on your clothes, especially if you don't mind having it stick on your clothes and smelling like that for a while. I enjoy that fact is when I hang something up and then I put it on a couple days later, I like to smell my clothes and be like, oh, what was I wearing that day? I wonder if I can pick it up with my nose. Or you just get a little bit of it when you put a new shirt on. If assuming you didn't sweat too much and it doesn't stink, you don't have to wash it, right? So just a little tip there. I'm not, if you don't know about that, or maybe some of your newer people don't really know about that. Okay, here we go. We have 3 left. So this one's a bit of a throwback from the house of Carolina Herrera. This is 212 Men. Really nice green, grassy 90s style fragrance. So if you want a little bit of that 90s DNA in your life, if you want to maybe see what perfumery was like, 25 to 30 years ago, you could jump into 212 Men. I really enjoy the way that this one smells. It's going to make you stand out because not a lot of people are wearing stuff that smells too much like this. It's going to be all about the Ambroxan these days, and these green, grassy 90s style fragrances are a little bit out of style, but that can make you stand out. So try to find this one if you can for an affordable price. They pop up at rack stores, and I think this 1.6 ounce was like, I can't remember exactly, but I think maybe in the mid 30s, like $35, something like that. So for that price, it's an excellent pickup, especially because Carolina Herrera fragrances tend to be $50 plus most of the time. So if you can get a good price on this, I recommend picking it up. I have tried the 212 Sexy before, and that one is pretty good. It's a little bit more vanilla forward, and I get better performance out of this one. Of the two, I think this one is more unique. I think the 212 Sexy, I pick up a lot of similarities to a lot of other fragrances. So as far as what I like to collect and what I like to have in my collection, I like to have unique scent profiles. I don't really like to have multiple bottles of something that smells the same, because then it becomes a little bit redundant, right, to own all variations. But 212 Men, not quite anything in my collection that smells like it, and you may have a similar experience. I really like these caps. They're always magnetic from this house, and really good magnetic caps as well. 212 Men, grassy green, kind of a 90s style fragrance. Really enjoy that one, personally. Okay, 2 left. Number 2, this is Club de Nuit Milestone from Armaf. This is a clone of Millésime Impérial. So if you like Millésime Impérial, but you don't want to drop $200+ on it, you can get pretty damn close with this one. This one is going to smell a little bit more synthetic, a little bit rougher around the edges, not as cleaned up as Millésime Impérial, but hey, I think I paid $30 for this instead of over $200 for Millésime Impérial, so come on. Bang for your buck is off the charts with this one. Good performance. Really looking forward to wearing this one in the summer. It's got a salty watermelon type of a vibe. So if you like kind of the marine salty type fragrances and you don't mind a little bit of sweetness from the watermelon smell, this might be one that you want to go for. Now, I will let you know right now that this one does go a little bit more unisex. So if you're into really masculine fragrances and sweeter, more unisex fragrances are not your deal, you're probably not going to like this one. You probably want to go for either Club de Nuit Intense Man, which is an Inventus clone, or maybe, I believe, Sillage, which is the Silver Mountain Water clone. And they have also Iconic, which is a Bleu de Chanel inspired by fragrance. But for this list, for my taste, like I mentioned about enjoying unique type fragrances, I don't really have anything else that smells exactly like a Millésime Impérial, and I do enjoy that DNA, especially looking forward to wearing it this summer. This is a good bang for your buck, good performance here, very close to Millésime Impérial for much less money. From Armaf, Club de Nuit Milestone, cool looking bottle too, really eye-catching. And the last one of this list is going to be from the house of Hollister. This is Hollister Festival Nite. This is the best performing Hollister fragrance that I have in my collection. And this one is a little bit different. The sprayer is like this cap that you twist. So I haven't seen that before, but that's pretty cool. It's convenient, I guess. You don't have to worry about losing the cap. This has a very pronounced ginger note, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of L'Homme, the original, just because that one is very ginger forward, and also kind of reminds me of something like a Azzaro Ginger Lover. So if you know either of those fragrances and you're looking maybe for a more affordable alternative of those, check out this one. This one does smell pretty youthful. It is a teenager fragrance, but maybe you don't mind that. I don't really mind that. I like this one a lot, and if I'm going for a ginger fragrance, if I want to wear something with a strong ginger note, this is usually the one that I reach for. It's going to be good in all seasons. It's not overly sweet to the point where I don't think you couldn't wear it in the summer. I think you could pull it off in the summer, especially in the summer night. It also does have enough power and enough push to work in the winter and cut through the cold as well. So good versatility. Pretty impressed with this one from Hollister. Definitely smells higher quality than the price that you pay. And the performance is quite good. Like I mentioned, the best performing Hollister that I have in my collection. So if you like ginger fragrances, if you don't mind stuff that smells a little bit more youthful, like a teenager style type fragrance, check out Festival Nite. I think you'll be very happy with it. I know I am. So thanks for spending some of your time with me here at the fraternity. The fraternity is growing. We're almost at 150 members. So just so thrilled about that. Every time someone comments, likes, watches the video, whatever, it gets me excited and motivated to keep going. So let's keep building this fraternity together. Let me know what is your fragrance of the day, or maybe what are you looking forward to wearing this summer? Let me know in the comments below. Always love chatting with you guys. My favorite part of the day is just interacting with you guys and seeing what you're wearing and chatting it up about fragrances. So glad to be making this community bigger, and I'll do everything I can to keep you smelling good. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you on the next video.